Hey everybody, welcome into Old Mountain Bricks. Today we're taking a look at an exciting set, the Back to the Future DeLorean. This is set number 21103 containing 401 pieces. It was released as part of the CUUSOO brand, aka what is now known as LEGO Ideas. So the LEGO Ideas, same similar process, set number 4 for that. This was released in 2013 at San Diego Comic-Con, and then later released in August of 2013, retiring in 2014. Looking at the box, you can see kind of the model of the DeLorean and the two minifigures that are included here. Of course, you can transform the DeLorean into any of the three models from the three movies. So what we're going to do today, let's open this thing up and we're going to do a quick time-lapse speed build of it, and then I'll give you my thoughts on the set. So let's go ahead and open this thing up. And here's just a closer look at the instruction manual, talking about the Back to the Future movies, how it was made, and the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's research. And then it goes into some of the details of it, and then we start on the build. Okay, it is only 401 pieces here, so it was actually pretty quick to put together. I did have a few issues with some of the clutch power of the bricks there, since I did buy this set used off eBay, but it was a pretty good price, so I couldn't say no. But it comes together pretty quickly. It does have a number of similar pieces, as far as in a lot of light bluish gray and black and such there, but I like some of the angles that you are able to get, even though this is kind of an older set. It really does kind of come together right at the end there. It's a little blocky, but I think it still looks pretty good. But let's go ahead and take a look at it and see what we think. Okay, and here is the LEGO CUUSOO Back to the Future set. So, there's a few things we need to unpack with this here. Obviously, it's a little dated with technique-wise, again, kind of from 2013 when it was released, so it was designed even earlier. It is a very fragile build as we take a look at it here. These little pieces are just kind of on hinges, so if you kind of grab the vehicle, these kind of fall down. Again, there's a bunch of clips to get all of these interesting angles here. Same with these engine type pieces on the back, kind of just using the snot bricks connected to more hinge pieces. This little tubing going around and everything has really cool detail, but again, is only attached by these one little studs and clips, so it's easy for them to pop off if it gets hit, or things like the binocular pieces. It adds that extra greebling, but it is still a feature that can fall off pretty easily. One thing you will note about the set and the box here, it does not have the DeLorean named on the box here or on the car itself, because it does not have the actual branding from like DMC. So it does feel a little blank without having some of that there. So it is just the Back to the Future machine, quote, quote. But it's got some cool features to it here. Well, you can see that just fell off too because it's just held on with a small clip. But of course, you can raise up like the scissor doors on this here just by kind of raising it like that. That one is a lot better than the other one. Again, with this set, I did buy it used. I found it just for a cheaper price there and picked it up. So the clutch power of some of these bricks is also not as good as it has been. I don't know if it's just been together for so long, been disassembled, but that is something that happens with LEGO, that over time it loses the clutch strength between bricks there. So things like those smaller things in general, like I was talking about, then fall off. You can see a few kind of gaps here, like with the red showing through that I don't really like. But you can get a minifigure inside slightly if you kind of position it right. It is on a hinge as well. You can push up the steering wheel in order to get a minifigure inside there, and it should hold both of them if needed. You can do it a few different ways as it shows on the box here, as you can see with the other miscellaneous pieces. Kind of the original, the second one, and then like the third one. I personally put it into a kind of hybrid model using the original Out of Time license plate on it because I think that's just iconic. But then I put the Mr. Fuel or whatever it's called in order to just, of course, use those parts. Otherwise, it'd just be kind of sitting over here. Kind of similar to, I thought about putting this on here to use for the Back to the Future 3 thing, so it just doesn't have to sit in a box. But you'd have to change out the tires or the wheels that come with it there. So, but I'm okay just leaving that. The other fun thing about this set is it does come with all printed pieces. They are not stickers. Like I have this other license plate. It's like the barcode California version. It's kind of hard to see because it's like silver printed on the orange there. But this is printed. Inside the dash is printed. Hold on. You can kind of just take out this whole thing. Of course, you can then see the flux capacitor sitting in there, a nice printed piece. And then like the dials to set the time. And there is a printed piece. It's kind of hard to see without it kind of blurring up. But the top one there, I believe, this again then just pops right back in there. You can see again, that's stuff's just kind of falling off everywhere. One of the other fun features is the wheels can turn. So it kind of goes into like the flying version there. Do that for you real quick. It does come with these like transparent elements here, like a brick and a slope. So you can kind of place the DeLorean on top of that. Or the not DeLorean. You can see the wheels here. It was kind of an interesting technique. You can just kind of rotate them around like this because it uses like a different combination of Technic axles in order to do that. And so then it's in the flying mode there. So you can then just attach these along the bottom here. There you go, it's flying away. And here's a quick look at the minifigures. First one up is Doc Brown. Over on the left here, kind of with some interesting details printed on his torso and like a badge. And then you've got Marty McFly over there kind of with his famous puffer vest and everything. He does come with the old school standard skateboard as well. And you can see they've got two alternate faces of being surprised. So of course, as you probably know, they recently came out with a new Back to the Future DeLorean, officially branded. This time, I'll show it on the screen here. It is a much larger version and features a much more accurate model to the one found in the movie with some updated minifigures. But this was the original, and this is a more play-scale model, of course. And it's something you can then put inside a LEGO city as opposed to the other one, which is a really, big display model, kind of like the Creator Expert vehicles and such. So I wasn't interested in getting that. Maybe one day I will, but I saw this for a good deal and wanted to pick it up since it's something I've wanted for quite a while. And I've always been a fan, of course, of the Back to the Future trilogy movies. So, what are our final thoughts here? The set does show its age a good bit, but I like the scale of it. I'm sure they could make it a lot better now, and I wish they made more pop culture vehicles kind of like they do for Speed Champions. For something like this, I think would be a great idea in this like 6 or 8 stud model. That would be something I think folks would be interested in just from different movies and famous cars and stuff, just so you can have more of this type of thing. So it doesn't have to come from like a LEGO Ideas, or in this case, the LEGO CUUSOO sets or anything. Overall, it's a good set. I'm sure there's some improvements that can be made to it, but I'm excited to have this driving around our LEGO city here shortly. We'll put Doc and Marty inside and put them on all kinds of adventures. So if you enjoyed this video or thought it was helpful in any way, leave a like on the video on your way out. Comment down below what you think of the not DeLorean Back to the Future time machine, and subscribe as we've got a lot of content coming your way for Old Mount Bricks. And until next time, thanks for coming by. Have a good one.